but I wasn't really that big of a fan of it. It wasn't until I thought maybe I could make money at it that I became a fan.
Oh, yeah.
I was heartbroken that one. Straight out of college, and a friend of mine said, come to Broadway. And I took my first bump and jumped back up. The assassin's like, no, brother, slower. That's my first memory. Like I said, a friend of mine, Tom Ortman, got me involved in Broadway. And then I met Pete Madden, and things really took off from there. Right time, right person, and we pushed each other, and we drove to every little spot that supposedly had wrestling and was looking for workers. Well, Tom got me involved, and, I liked it. Always been the class clown, been the, entertainer. So I can't sing, but I could wrestle. So I had fun with that. I like working the crowds. Never had a problem with that. It was always the behind the scenes stuff that bothered me. But when I was out there for that 10-15 minutes working the crowd, I was having a good old time. When I first started, it was Tom, then Gary Jackson, Keith Smith, and John Blackheart. Anybody who's ever any good in St. Louis has trained under Gary Jackson, Keith Smith, and Blackheart. They always gave you the basics and gave you a little sense of what the business is like. I guess the favorite story was the table match for Sabu and Rob doing a thing in Indiana. And this guy was bringing the ECW crew in to expand ECW and his house shows too. And I was supposed to beat this guy up, and Rob and Sabu was supposed to come in and save him. Well, no one told me that the table that I was supposed to use looked like the Last Supper table. It weighed about 500 pounds. So I had to go in there and rough up the referee and say, hey man, come down and help me get this table. So we go down there and we bring in this huge It's like a legit dinner table, man. It's nothing I've ever seen before. And the guy that I'm getting ready to powerbomb, he's like, "Oh my God, you're not going to powerbomb me through that, are you?" I'm like, "No, we're supposed to be cut off at that time." Sabu and Rob do the cutoff. Well, I'm taking a beat down. I tell Sabu, it's like, "Man, it's a thick table. We're never going to go through it." He says, "Shut up, fat boy. About 5 seconds. 1,100 pounds are going to go through that table." Well, as Rob and Sabu get to the top rope, he do double leg drops. We all three bounce off that big, thick table. Now, I know what's coming next. I've seen Sabu and his hatred for tables that don't break in Japan. So I'm clawing my way, literally, out of the ring. Sabu cuts me off, flips the table over, throws him. He stands on one end and motions Rob to go to the top to jump down to break the table. Well, Rob jumps down. Sabu shoots up in the air. I'm pent under this table. Sabu comes down. Rob goes up in the air. I'm not going to say Rob was high. Well, yeah, I am. He was laughing. And Sabu was just very, very much getting upset. Because they're seesawing on me and his table is not breaking a bit. So he throws the table off me and tells a high-ass Rob Van Dam, "Kick him in the face and let's go." Yeah, that almost knocked him out. So I get in the locker room and Rob's got his shoes off and I take his shoes and put it up to the bruise next to my face. Perfect fit. That was one of the standout matches because it was funny, it was painful, and it was wrestling all in one. As I told you before, I use a lot of the wrong things for motivation. I use anger, I use revenge. There's a lot of promotions that I had problems with, and a lot of people that I had problems with, but I pretty much told them up front. You know, most people, they're honest about me. They know that Ben's not going to lie to you. He's going to tell you what he thinks, whether you like it or not. And that's been the course of my history. I didn't like you, I didn't deal with you. If I liked you, you get stuck with me. Worst workers to work with are the ones that think they're great. If you don't think you can learn anything else about this business, you were never cut out for this business. This business is not like running the local hardware store. There's always room for an improvement. There's always ways to work around situations. You just got to be open and roll with the punches. I definitely had a good match with Pete Madden. Here's one. Gary Jackson, which is one of the best wrestlers in St. Louis. I liked working him, but we didn't really have the chemistry. And the matches were always good, but we just, we always thought there was something missing because we just didn't have chemistry together. And then, not to mention no names, but there are some people that you really, really had to fight to make look good. And them are the matches that I really didn't care for, but unfortunately, that's part of the business, and a lot of times you're stuck with that. I got a call from Paul Orndorff. "Hey man, we want to use you on Nitro." I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Alright." So all week long, I'm telling all my friends, everybody, going to Nitro. Went out and bought me $100 gym bag so I'd look good for all the boys. Got home, was loading the bag, hit the tape recorder. "Hey Ben, it's Paul. We overbooked. Send back the ticket, alright? Talk to you later." And I'm not going to lie. About the next 4 hours, I just sat there in the dark, crying. And I swore up and down this business would not hurt me like that again. And as I got more invites to Nitro and WCW and a couple ECW things, I never told nobody. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen. I got 3 paychecks from WCW. Never stepped foot in the ring. I would say I had fun wrestling, but being a promoter and sending people on to the next level. I'm very proud of Mischief. I'm very proud of Delirious. Very proud of Matt. That I had a hand in them going around the world and doing bigger things. "17 years of wrestling, I survived on duct tape and super glue. I quit wrestling, go into a depression, have a miniature stroke, and then I shattered my foot that led to blood clots that almost killed me twice. So I should have stayed in wrestling." I worked with a lot of ECW guys. I worked with a lot of the Samoans. One Man Gang. Butch Reed. Butch Reed was my first big known name. And he told me I should get in shape. I was like, "You shouldn't kick me in the balls." "Oh." Okay, sorry about that. Actually, my best match came against a guy named Motley Crue. I'd driven down to Memphis. Pete Madden was working. The promoter comes out to me during the first match and goes, "Hey man, can you work? The guy didn't show up." I was like, "Yeah, what match you want?" "You're on next." So, I'm running to my car to get my gear, stretching as I'm running to the locker room, which they had a heel locker room and a babyface locker room with an intercom. So me and this guy don't really talk and or meet each other until we get into the center of the ring, and had to do it old school and call the match on the go. I never do what this guy did. Pete, of course, filled his head of stuff that I could do, and it was a hell of a match. The only thing that really killed it was the announcers were announcing live over the match. And at one point in time, the guy's choking me with a handkerchief, and the announcers see it, and they say something, and the ref is like, "What am I supposed to do?" Motley Crue goes, "If you do anything, I'm beating you down next." Yeah, I won't say I want to be remembered as the best wrestler, because believe me, I wasn't the best wrestler in my locker room. But when it's all said and done, that if you paid money to see a Gateway show, most MRW shows that you got your money's worth. I will say this, I've said it many times, every wrestler makes a deal with the devil. Our friends, our families, they always take a back seat. I busted my butt to try to make wrestling work for me and my gal, and I found out later that she always felt second place. So I have a lot of fond memories about wrestling, but I also have an extra load of unfond memories, and I try to put those out of my head and remember the good ones. But hey, stuff happens. I guess it was another proud moment. I mean, I called around and asked opinions about should I show up or not. And the people that I talked to was like, "Why wouldn't you show up then?" He goes, you earned it. And he goes, you know, a lot of people in St. Louis would not have had the opportunity without you. And he goes, a lot of people that didn't like you would have gave their left nuts to work for you. And I mean, somebody's gonna give their anatomy away. It's just another proud moment, and I appreciate it, you guys reminding me, you know, just in the week that we've talked, I've thought a lot about the good times and some of the old stories, and we throwing some around at lunch today, and hopefully there will be some more at the banquet. First and foremost, I'm a straight shooter. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. That has raised a lot of hairs in this business because sometimes people didn't want to hear what I had to say, but they asked me the question anyway. And unfortunately, that's probably how I'll go to my grave. I don't like sugarcoating stuff. If I don't like you, I don't mess with you. But if you mess with me, I'll mess back.
We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it, so we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to beat the system when we're standing